think we have someone new, right? Like Vignesh. So is it Alagindri from other system or is it someone new?
Yeah, new person.
Okay. Hi, Vignesh. How are you?
Uh, okay. Okay.
Okay. So this is your first class, is it?
Yeah.
Okay, because we kind of like we already have crossed like almost like 8 to 10 classes, but uh maybe you have the recordings. Okay, you can look into recordings, or else you know, mm, yeah,
Yeah, we'll get the
or
result.
else no problem. I can like recollect what all I thought in a brief class today, so that even the other guys can have some idea on what is what. Like it's up to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Kishore, you were saying something.
No, we can go with the flow. Like, I will get the recording. So no
Okay,
need to.
cool. Okay. Yes, Kishore, go ahead.
No, I don't speak.
Okay.
But the recording still the permission is not given. I believe. I checked
Okay.
half an hour before. Yeah.
Okay. I'll again like Prasad is the owner for that folder. I'll again intimate him. Okay, so I'm not sure why he's not doing that. Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah.
I'll tell that to him. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yesterday I was traveling, so I couldn't able to respond back. Like few
No
people,
problem.
I was listening over the phone. Yeah.
No problem.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah. Mm.
Oh.
So yes. So let me share my screen. Okay. So yesterday we saw how to create different types of fields with different types of data type. Okay. So today I'm going to I'm going to have this created. Okay, the different kinds of relationship. Okay. So let me log in with one of the record. Okay. So yes, if you see this, this is my developer edition or okay. So this is a place where I practice. So yeah, since Vignesh is new to this sessions, I'm just giving like details. Okay. So yes, guys. So this is the thing. Okay. Let me close this on screen. Yeah. So I'm going to teach what is lookup, the connection between lookup relation and the normal one, right? So on account, let's see what are all the lookup that you have. Okay. So let me hide this one. Okay. So I'm just going to search with lookup. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this is the lookup. So you could see that this account object has a lookup relationship with user. Okay. So yes, and also DB and company, all these things. Okay. So user again. So if I go to an account record, okay, let me go to an account record and show you how what is lookup relationship. Okay. So I'm just going to click on this, and then you have something like this, right? So whichever you have with the hyperlink, okay? So hyperlink as in, so once so if you go with, if you hover over this, you will not get something in a mini page layout, okay? But if you're going to hover over this one, you're going to get something in mini page layout, okay? So the small window that you could see here, okay? So that thing is called as a lookup thing, okay? So for example, I wanted to change someone, okay? So I wanted to change the owner. So what can I do? I can just click on this one and then change to whatever users I wanted to, right? Like I can click on change owner. But still, the condition that you gotta follow here is, so for example, let me go to a contact record and show you, because yeah, it has a lookup relationship with accounts, okay? So let me go to setup and then edit object, okay? So here you could see this account name, okay? And you could see a mini page layout. And if you wanted to change this, yeah, as I already told you, if you see this magnifying glass here, right? So this is something going to be like a lookup relationship. So this is a contact record, and under contact record, you could associate with available account, okay? So for example, which I told you, so I am a person called Charan Vijay, okay? So I am a contact and I belong to a particular company, right? So it might be Accenture. So imagine I work under a KFC. Uh, yeah, I work under KFC, okay? So I will, but like there are a lot of companies here, right? Like McDay, KFC, or whatever, like Fasos, all these things, right? So out of available accounts, I can like search with which account I can be associated with. Okay. So I belong to KFC, so I'm just choosing KFC. So if at all I have switched from KFC to another one called Nanos, okay. So I can select. So this is all something that you can, okay. So this is something that once you search, you can get the ones with this keyword, okay. Whichever account name has something with this keyword, it is going to show up here in the search result, okay. This also says like show all results for tests. So this is what it is going to show you, okay. So, and also something like this, okay. So if at all, if you want KFC, it's going to show what is KFC. And if not, if there is no account that is available, you can also create a new account, okay. So let me say something like Accenture, okay. So I'm just gonna save this, okay. Type number and email it last me. Okay. I'm gonna click on save. Yes. So, which means that I'm associated under this one. So if you go to contact object, you can see that account name is a field from. So this is a contact object manager where you could see all the fields under it, right? So you could see that account name. So account name, it will be visible as, the field name will be account ID only. For whatever lookup relationship you take, it's going to be ID only, because once you do the backend data load and all, you will not, you cannot, only on the end user screen, you can directly assign like this, okay? But if you're doing it in the backend, so if you're doing it using data loader or workbench, okay, if you're doing a data load in a bulk manner or in a bulk records, okay, with bulk records, you will simply use ID of this particular account. So when I say ID, so I already told you, right? Like if at all, if you open any record, you will have something like this in Salesforce. Okay, this is unique for each record. So for example, let me open one of the records. So this record has one unique one, and like this one has unique ID. So this will come in 18 digit. Okay, so this is called standard Salesforce 18 digit ID. So this is something that Salesforce by default they give. Okay, like by default they provide. So for example, if I create a new account, right? So for this account, so test 18 digit. Okay, ID. Okay, now I'm just gonna the type number, of course, that is, and monkey email at abc.com. Yeah. So this is how it's going to be. Okay, so I just clicked on this one. Okay, so which means that this just now I created this account, and it has Salesforce has provided an unique ID to this particular account. So this ID will not be same for another account also. Okay, so Salesforce will not provide another like another will not provide this ID to another record. Okay, this ID is going to be specific only to this record. So with which you will be able to do. So for example, I just showed you on contact, right? So if you're going to do in the back end, Accenture has for example, Accenture has one ID, and you will be using the ID only, okay, to do the update, if at all, if it is a lookup relationship. So that's why you could see that the field name is account ID, okay, the API name, okay. So which means that contact has a lookup relationship with account, okay. So similarly, I'm going to create one of the relationship with a different object, okay. So when to create a new field, you will be clicking on new, okay, and then you will be selecting the lookup relationship. Okay, so pretty much if you want to understand the meaning, so Salesforce by default they provide you a definition for all these things. Okay, so lookup relationship, what is a lookup relationship, right? Like creates a relationship that links this object to another object. So if you see here, mm, yeah, so if you see here, uh, it links this object to another object called account, right? So that's the meaning. And what are they saying? The relationship field allows user to click a lookup icon to select a value from pop-up list. So it allows user, we are the user, right? Like it allows you to select the values out of the pop-out list. Okay. So that's what they are saying. Okay. The other object is the source of value in the list. Okay, so other object as in like account object. Okay, so I'm just going to create a lookup. So which means that once I create a lookup relationship with an object, that object is going to be master. Okay, which means that that object is going to, for example, let me show you. So this account, right? So this account might have many contacts associated with it. So for example, it's not only me, right? The Charan Vijay. So I am not the only person who is working in Accenture. There are like a lot of people who will be working in Accenture. So it must be like, the relationship that you must imagine or assume is like, for example, here you have only one context, but you can have n number of contacts. So for example, I'm gonna say Vignesh, okay, Vignesh K, and okay, I'm just gonna click on say okay, right? So there might be not only two, even 100 contacts under Accenture, but there can't be, but this contact record cannot have multiple accounts. It can be tagged only under one account. Okay, so that's the meaning of lookup field. Okay, so similarly, like Accenture, you can see that there are like two contacts under this. Okay, so if you want, yeah, I can add another contact also. Okay, no, Kishore Kumar. and I'm going to click on save. So you can add any number of contacts under one particular account. But if you take any contact, right, you can assign that to only one account. Okay. So technically you can work only in one company, right? You can't work in 2, 3 companies. So that's how this relationship thing works. Okay. So let me go to this. So this is the place where you will be creating. So imagine in contact, I want something like, okay, let us see which object can we associate with. Okay. So I think we can have opportunity. Okay. So let me have this opportunity record. So which means that this contact will be yeah, having one opportunity, like how we have with account, right? So that's how it's going to be related with an opportunity as well. Okay. So I'm having opportunity and the child relationship name, of course, the child relationship name is the one that you see here. Okay. So let me open this. I think, yeah. So this is the child boxes, right? Like, so this also, so here you could see all these boxes. So these are called the child boxes. Okay. So yeah, so this is the thing. And yeah, so you can leave this way. Okay. The child relationship name. And this is something that you already know. So if at all, if you want to clear the value, you will not be able to, like, what to do the lookup here, if at all, if it is deleted, which means that the value of the field is cleared. Okay. So yeah, so I'm just gonna click on next. Okay. So yeah, and yes, so I'm gonna click on next. So this is the field level security, which you already know, for which you will be giving it for different profiles. Okay. And now you have this different page layouts where you will be assigning it to all page layout, or if at all, if you don't want it in a separate layout, you can do it. And this is the place called related list label. So as I already showed you, right? So this is all called as related list. Okay. Uh, okay. So yeah, so I showed you that list, right? Like the related list. So that's where you could see. So this is called as related list label. Okay. So if at all, if you want this as contacts under accounts, or if you want it as opportunity, you can simply, so I'm just going to give us contact. I'm not going to make any changes. Okay. So I'm just going to click on save, which means that the relationship between contact and opportunity has been established. Okay. So yeah, you could see that the relationship between contact and opportunity has been established. Okay. So now I'm just gonna refresh my page to see where this opportunity I mean, like, yeah, field is visible. Okay. So yeah. So where is it? Yeah. So here we already got this opportunity. Okay. Now we have this opportunity here. So we can add. Okay. So we can add something. And if you see that the account is automatically going to fetch because this contact has only one account, right? So Charan, okay. So close date, this is something that is provided as a mandatory field by Salesforce in opportunity. Okay, this close date. So you can't save a record without giving some value into these fields. Okay, this red color thing, which means that it's a required field. You have to select any value in order to save this record. Okay, so I'm just going to click on save. Okay, so okay, number of tons sold, let me enter that number of tons sold. So yeah, now I'm going to save it. Okay, so which means that this contact is has an opportunity. And if at all, if you open a that opportunity record, you could see that this is linked to the account name Accenture. Okay, so that's how this is done. Okay, because here I've like created with like the lookup relationship, right? So yeah, So you will be able to see how I have associated, right? So yeah, let me put up this straight. Okay, so if at all, if it is, yeah, if at all, if we are getting this thing here, right, like in page layout, I'll be able to show you how to associate just like account name, right? So yeah, let me refresh this and see, but yeah. So yeah, we got this opportunity here. Now I'm going to select. So similarly, like how account, uh, see, account name is lookup relationship by default. Okay, by default, as in Salesforce itself set up that relationship between contact and account. Okay, so you can already see that contact and account is a standard object that Salesforce created and gave you. Okay, so Salesforce, those guys created and gave you this one, right? So this is something that you created by yourself. Okay, you establish this relationship by yourself. You wanted something, your user to select some opportunity. So I'm going to select something like Charan Accenture. Okay, so this is my opportunity, and I'm going to click on save. So you could see that this is a lookup and this is also lookup. See, you could see this details here, right? So this is how you establish, the relationship. So which means that contact is a child object and this is going to be the parent object. And this is also okay. So here also account name is going to be parent object and contact is a child object. So that's why they say that there can be only one parent, but not like, yeah, there can be only one parent, not many parents. Okay, under one parent there can be many child, but not there can't be multiple parents for one child record. So this contact called as Charan Vijay cannot have two parents like Accenture or KFC, both, right? They can be they will be belonged only to one parent. Okay, so one parent record. When I say so, here also in opportunity they can't be related. So if at all, if I open this opportunity, right, I can add like many contacts under it. Okay, so here I have one contact, but still if I wanted to add another contact also, I will be able to do it. Okay, so I can also have like okay, so if at all, if I wanted something like test present date, and then this contact can be Alagendri. Okay, so yeah, so you could see that by default this opportunity. So once you go into opportunity, so you could see that. Okay, so I will show you again. Okay, so this is the opportunity record, and you are going to add another contact under this one. Okay, so what you will do, you will just click on new, and if you see that the opportunity will automatically be populated, which means that you are creating a new contact under this opportunity. So this is a master record, right? So this is parent. So that's how in Salesforce it is set. Okay, so I'm going to do this. Okay, so test present name, and then I'm going to click on save. So you could see that there are two contacts under this opportunity. So similarly, when I took you to account, I showed you like three contacts under one account, because account is a parent object and contact is a child object. Okay, similarly here also you could see that opportunity is a yeah, so here you could see that opportunity is a parent object, and under opportunity you have two contacts which are child objects. Okay, so I think you guys need to get this right, because this is something that you guys will deal with frequently. So the lookup relationship and the master detail relationship, you guys need to know. Okay, so you guys need to know how the relationship is set up and how you will be able to associate or relate this object with another object like opportunity, which I showed you earlier, right? So opportunity, which I showed you earlier, so that you will be able to relate it with. Okay. So here again, you have this contact. Okay. So contact is going to be lookup. So we have lookup relation with contact, right? So contact is a child object. So you will be able to select this particular one. So which contact you want, like Charan Vijay, you can simply do that. Okay. So yeah. So you can simply do that. Okay. So that's how you need to like associate one object with another object. Okay. I established a relationship between opportunity and contact just now. Okay. So yeah, so you could see the lookup, and in bracket you will be able to see one object name. So that's going to be the master. I mean the parent object. Okay, the master object or parent object, and on which object you are creating this particular field, right? Like the lookup relationship, that is going to be the child, which means that on under this object you are creating a lookup relationship with one object, which means that this is parent and this is child. Okay, so this is one simple thing you need to remember all time in order to yeah. So in future you will get a lot of things in lookup relationship, or they will ask like, I wanted all details to be displayed in one single page, so please establish relationship with different objects there, so that what you will be doing, you can do the, but also there is limitations, as I already told you. You have object limits. Okay, so here you have this that what are all the things that you have with limitations. Okay, so custom relationship fields, so 40 up to 40 you can create. Okay, and custom fields you can create up to 500 fields. And approval process, yeah, which I will be teaching you guys today probably, because I thought I can like give you more examples on lookup and master relationship. Like if you guys are clear with what I taught you with lookup and master, I think we good. Otherwise I can give you some more example as well. What do you guys think? So yeah, if at all, if you guys want me to teach about this once again, yeah, we can do that. Okay. And Vignesh, so in another 10 minutes, this link will be expired, and it'll be automatically, it'll get us out. Okay. So again, join once you automatically get out of this meeting, please join with the same link. Okay. So the one which you
Okay.
use right now. Okay. Because we have limitations in this normal Zoom version. So we can have a
Okay.
meeting only up to 40 minutes. Yeah. So if you subscribe to their premium package, you can have like even 2 hours or something like that, right?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So Kishore and Alagendra, I think you guys are clear with lookup and master. So what is lookup relationship and what is master
Yes,
relationship, right?
Charan.
Yeah. So if at all, if you guys have any doubt, let me know, and I would like you guys to create and see the relationship between different objects. Okay. So just now I created in
Yes,
contact.
Charan, I have done it.
Okay, okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, so I think yeah, you would have got the gist of how you can link different
Yeah.
objects and how to display relationship with different object on the same page, right?
Yeah, yes, Charan. Yeah.
Yes, yes, cool. Okay, so I think we good. Okay, let me get you to the next concept. So the relationship, pretty much these two relationships only you'll be dealing with. And one more thing I wanted to tell you, the external relationship, right? So once you start this coding classes, you will be, you know, dealing with this external relationship data type. Okay. So as of now, like, like as an admin and all, you will not be dealing with this external relationship. This means that creation, if you see the meaning, it just links with the object that is outside Salesforce, which means any third party tool. Okay. So for example, okay, you have Swiggy app. Okay. Uh, if you see Swiggy app, there is not like only Swiggy app inside, but you also have Google Maps also inside, right? Like once you order a food, you could see where your, that, yeah, you could see that that person is kind of like, yeah, getting your order from which part to which part. Those things and all you will be able to see basically, right? So that's something Swiggy guys, they integrated that tool with Google Maps. Okay. So similarly, if you wanted to integrate your Salesforce with some other external third-party tool, okay. So that's when you will be using this external lookup relationship. Okay. So okay, let me show you the definition. So creates a relationship that link object to an external object whose data is stored outside the Salesforce org. Okay. So which means that it is going to link an object that is present outside Salesforce, and the data which is stored like outside Salesforce, which means that you wanted to send some of the data from this Salesforce org to some other thing. Imagine you wanted to send to Microsoft Dynamics. Okay. So in that way, you will set up an integration. So that is something called as API service calls. So that's something called, like to integrate Salesforce with different system, you will use REST API or SOAP API calls. Okay. So only using that feature, you will be able to establish relationship between Salesforce objects and objects that are in different tool, like third party tool. Okay. So here you have, okay, so pretty much we don't at present they haven't given this option to us because like, yeah, yeah, without which, yeah, so you don't have any external object right now in the system. So this is how it will be. Okay. So if at all, if you wanted to select the external object, so which means that any third party tool, right? Like if you install any third party tool in your Salesforce from Salesforce App Exchange feature, then you will get what the available objects here, or if at all, if you set up any relationship, you will be able to find. So just to show you like how to create it, I've just showed you this demo. Okay. So yeah, pretty much these are the things that I wanted to tell you. So lookup relationship, yes. So as I already told you, lookup relationship is something like yeah, the master detail relationship is going to be like, you can't like if you delete the parent, the child is automatically going to get deleted. Okay. But in lookup relationship, it's not like that. So imagine there are 3 child and 1 parent. If I am deleting 1 child from it, parent is not going to get deleted. Okay. Parent is still going to stay alive. Okay. Only 1 child among these 3 children is going to get deleted. Okay. 1 child record is going to get deleted among these 3 children record. Okay. Uh, similarly, for example, I showed you, right? Like Accenture is one account, and there are like 3 contacts, 3 child records. That is like, yeah, 3 child records under this particular account called Accenture. So for example, if I delete this Accenture, right, then all the contacts also, child records also going to get deleted. Okay. So that is there in master detail relationship, but in lookup, it's not the same. So if the parent module deleted, still the child module also, I mean, still the child module is going to stay alive. So that's the meaning of it. And yeah, lookup relationship, yes, it can be edited in UI. So UI as in user interface. Okay. So the lookup relationship, you can edit this, right? And this master detail relationship is going to be read only. So if at all, if I am going to create a new contact under this one, you could see that this is something like by default, you will not be able to select anything, right? Like it's automatically done. So this is something that it is it's read only in UI. Okay, so you can't make any changes. So yes, so this is how this is done. And junction object, as I already told you. So in order to connect, so imagine your client asks you to connect any object that doesn't have relationship with opportunity. Okay. So what you will be doing, you will be connecting 2-3 different objects to this. Okay. So you will just find what is the so Salesforce and all, it's fully on relationship only, right? Like how do you link this one with another object and another object? So how do you, if at all, if you want to connect two objects, but there is no, similarity between two objects, then there would be some objects which is related to both the object, right? I can show you this example itself. So imagine there is company portal, okay, and there is job portal, okay, job portal. In job portal spreadsheet, imagine these three are different spreadsheets, okay, the Excel sheet, okay. So in company spreadsheet, you have some details related to company, and in job portal details, you have details respected to the portal, all these things, okay, the employee ID or your qualification, all these things you fill, okay. And in candidate wise, you have something with related, imagine related to your yeah the what do you say, your college data, okay. So if at all, if you're going to through your college, okay, the placement thing, so imagine the candidate thing is the database that your college has, okay. So these people are the students who are going to attend the interview. So imagine I have the company data, I have the candidate data. So how do I connect these three objects? So I have something called job portal in the middle. Okay. So here I'll be having details like something related to company also and something related to the candidate also. So for example, in job portal, I'll be having like the college, the qualification, or how much CGPA, all these things, right? Like which department, all these things I can have. So I can fit, using this object, I can connect these three objects. I mean, I can have these three objects in relationship. So the object which connects the two objects, okay, which means the two parent object is called as junction object. Please remember this thing, okay? So because this is something that you guys will like frequently meet with.